Welcome back to Runabout Revival, where the gears of progress never stop turning on our 91 Toyota MR2 Turbo project. In this episode, we're taking a moment to catch our breath and share some of the updates that have been fueling the fire of this transformation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because the revival continues, and I'm grateful to have you along for the ride. This is Runabout Revival. All right, well, it's been a couple days. 5 weekdays to be exact. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. I want to get caught up to where we are now. My little white table that was right here where I was doing all the wiring work, and it's this awesome pile of waste. But my girlfriend needed to borrow it, and so I had to move all the crap off of it over here. Plus I got a ton more parts in. Just keep adding little things here and there. I'm like, oh, I could, while this is out, I could just replace this. And that's honestly how I got here in the first place, is because I had an STI and I was tired of getting tickets all the time. So I was like, I need something cheap to drive. The engine's not going to kill me, but I don't want to sell the STI, so I'll just get a little daily. So I bought this car for $1,000, and here we are. So good news is the price on MR2s has gone up a bit, so I think once I get this thing nice and finished and repainted, it's gonna look real good and probably be able to sell it for a nice piece. So looking forward to that. Anyways, for now, gotta finish it. So I did get some new parts, might as well go over that stuff now. I went ahead and bought a label maker that's capable of printing on heat shrink. So I have heat shrink cartridge that goes into this thing, so I can label all the wiring. So if I change a wire in terms of the colors, I don't have to reference something. I'll just read what it says on the wire, what it is. I got a clamshell, new clamshell for the steering column. I have no idea what happened to the one that's in there. I dropped it off to have a little bit of stuff done with the wiring, which ended up not even getting done. Really long story. Maybe I'll do a short on that later. I don't feel like shaming them though. They're otherwise a good shop. Anyhow, they did nothing, but apparently someone tried to break in my car. So they broke the steering clamshell, which is very rare. And this is actually a reproduction that MR2 Heaven's now doing, I believe. Here is a 4-inch intake I also picked up while I was making the order. They actually sent me the wrong silicone though. This is a 4-inch on the right and a 275 or maybe a 3 or something on the left, which I have a Garrett ball bearing, so it's definitely 4.4. I need them to send me the other one. No problem. He's awesome to work with. Just shot him an email as soon as I opened the box. Said, hey, I think I got the wrong part. He's like, oh my gosh, so sorry. And he sends me the tracking number for the other part in like 10 minutes. Crazy. Thank you very much for getting that out to me. I don't need that part next, so it's not really holding me back.
And a few days later,
I got the new hose, 4-inch to 4-inch, but this only goes this far. I don't think it's gonna get all that slack out.
strike two.
A little wiring loom here, nothing special, a couple different sizes. Some mow tool for the .4 for the clutch line. I got the 4-inch intake here and filter from MR2 Heaven. I got the stainless steel one for now because I wasn't sure if I was going to necessarily keep it that way or not. So might upgrade that to carbon, I'm not sure, but it works fine. So innovative mounts. It's got new mounts, but they're also been sitting for a long time, and I noticed that there's some cracks on one of them. I don't know how it's even possible, but whatever. We'll replace it. Since I have to take the mount out to potentially replace the slave, if I end up going that route, I'm going to replace that mount. Otherwise, I'll probably hold these mounts until I pull the engine later. If I pull the engine out to paint the car, I'm going to pull the engine out to clean out the complete engine bay and just make it look real nice and delete anything that I don't need, smooth over any bolt holes that I'm not going to need, things like that. So anyhow, this is the rest of the mounts. I got all 4. Oh, I just got word that my back ordered radiator mounts, which are go there, one there, one there. I've been waiting for 3 weeks, I think now, on those, and they're finally coming in. Should be here, unfortunately, after the weekend, so be next weekend before I get to put the radiator back in. With the NA body harness, and this is a complete NA body harness. I did not see anything missing out of the entire thing. In fact, it did have the third brake light piece completely intact. I think that mine's in the car. If not, I might steal that part, but yours is probably in the car. A lot of people just snip that part off rather than pull back the interior to have it removed correctly. Let's see, just to catch up, grab some footage of the motor. That's kind of where we're at right now. It's still a mess, but it's becoming less of a mess every day, so that's good. There's just random stuff laying across here. There's the boost solenoid, which normally goes on the intake pipe down here in the front of the turbo, but that's all disconnected, so it's just laying there. I'm gonna actually reroute this through the body to hide it, because I've seen someone else do that, and I was like, why didn't I think of that? Because it's just loose sitting down here. Took out the wiring, took out the cracked radiator overflow tank, the unnecessary bracketry here. I won't need any of that.